Okay, this is a walkthrough of your syllabus for the 2018-2019 school year for Geometry with Algebraic Thinking. If you take a look here, it gives you an overview of what the course is. We're trying to build a geometry course that will help you continue into the mainstream math and science courses that you'll take here at Garrison Forest, as well as be prepared for future courses at college and university as part of their core. The course covers mostly what's in any course in Euclidean geometry, and we're going to do some work to kind of underpin your knowledge in Algebra 1 to make sure that you are keeping up on those algebra skills and staying focused. Okay, basic information. The course meets Block F. My frees are D and G. This is my email. Email is the preferred mode for communication for me. So you email me, I tend to get back quickly. I have a list of goals for this course. It is not that complicated. Most of this won't make sense until you're well into the course, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. The book is The Big Ideas Math Geometry Book, A Bridge to Success. It's by Larson. You're going to need the book each day. Chances are some of you may be using this as a digital copy, so we're going to kind of dig in and make sure that that's all happening the next day or so. So bear with me on that. You need a calculator, TI-84 calculator for this class. We're going to spend some time using that because this is the calculator you're allowed to use on things like the ACT and SAT. So that's important. You need a pencil. You need a laptop computer with Geometer Sketchpad. We're going to go through how to load Geometer Sketchpad on there, but it's going to be a tool that we're going to use throughout this course. This is a general schedule for the class. The class has 12 units. This is the timeline that we plan to use on that. Keep in note that there is a math exam on the 11th of March, so that will be coming up. That's kind of like 3/4 of the way through the year. But this should give you a place for all of the dates, and so you can kind of plan out your work throughout the year. All right, grading policy. Basically, the grades for this class are formed by taking 2 semester grades, which we will average. And that will comprise all total 85% of your grade. So that's why each of the semesters is 42.5. 42.5 and 42.5 is 85. The exam will be 15% of the course. So if you take 85 and 15, you get 100% of the grade. The semester grades will be broken into 2 parts. 10% will be your formative assessments, which are things like quizzes and the like. The other 90% is your summative assessments, which are your major tests, which there'll be 12 of. You do have options for retakes. You can retake 2 of the big tests during any semester. So this gives you a total of 4 retakes, 2 per semester. You have to take it within a cycle day, and you have to email me in advance so that I know that you are retaking the test. Retest scores replace the existing score. So even if you get a lower score, it's going to replace the existing score. You're going to keep in mind that you're going to be graded in such a way that the grade reflects your knowledge as well as your ability to be persevering, to be a critical thinker, to think creatively, to work collaboratively, and to be curious. So these are things that you're going to find comments on in your report cards. Also, we give you an assessment on your ability to be engaged, your attention to detail, your organization, your self-advocacy, and that you timely complete work. Okay, attendance is basically ripped straight from the student handbook. You got to be on time and present each day. If you don't, you're responsible for making up missed work. Absences, whether planned or unplanned, you've got to get back on track once you get back. Um, being late for classes up to 10 minutes, that's one demerit. Missing a class is more than half a class. That's considered a class cut. That's 6 demerits. So make sure you're on time and not cutting classes. Academic honesty. This is also ripped straight from the student handbook. This is a pretty simple one, but I want to say a word about collaboration versus cheating. Because we are going to ask you to collaborate in class, which means you work together on things, and that's normal. And cheating is when you work together and it's abnormal. So what's the difference? Okay, so in my mind, when we're dealing with collaboration, 2 students should be able to sit down with a sheet of paper and work collaboratively together to produce something, and then discard that sheet of paper, take it, throw it away. And each student individually should be able to produce their own work. If you do that, you've got collaboration, because each student ultimately has demonstrated their own knowledge based on the work done in the collaboration. Cheating would be like putting both names on the paper that you collaborated on, or if one student actually took and copied the work of another and they tried to hand it in as their own. Both of those would be considered cheating. So collaboration is definitely advised. Cheating is definitely frowned upon. All right, so let's leave this at a brighter note. This is your syllabus. It's a living document, okay? So you can see that, like, the last time I updated this was on 8/29. This is the first version of this. If we make future updates, I will definitely house them here. This is housed in the Google Classroom. So you'll see if I make an amendment, I'll put it in there, I'll highlight it, and I will send you an email saying what has been changed. So if there's something in this document that's not working for your education, I need to know that so we can have a discussion and we can make amendments as we need to, because this is ultimately about making a class that works for you. All right, so hope you have a good year.